both hot and cold noodle, we use the same ingredients for the soup. Soy sauce. Mirin is a Japanese condiment. It's a sweet sake made of glutinous rice. We use organic vegetable cube. We use a little bit of salt. And cold hot noodle, we use different strengths of the soy sauce and mirin. And for the ingredients, we use for hot noodle, we use spring onions, pak choi, and egg, and of course, Sun Chlorella Udon. In order to make hot udon soup noodle, you first of all need to chop onions very finely. I did it with diagonal cut, as finely as possible. Put it on one side and then you can move on to making soup. In order to make udon soup, you need to add 300 milliliters of water into a saucepan. Add half of the vegetarian stock cube and 2.5 tablespoons of mirin and 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce, and bring to a boil and stop the heat. Then you can start cooking udon noodle. You need plenty of water. For one person, I normally use 70 grams of udon noodle. Add the noodle into the boiling water and cook exactly 5 minutes. After cooking the udon noodle, one thing you really have to do is really important in order to maximize the texture experience is to wash the noodle in cold water. It removes the sliminess from the surface of the udon noodle, and also it stops the udon noodle from cooking any further. So in order to do that, you need to bring the udon into the sink and run cold water from the tap and just drain the noodle first. Then put the noodle back into the saucepan, keep running the cold water and wash the noodle, literally wash the noodle. After that, you put the noodle back into the sieve, shake off the excess water, and you're done. Leave it until you're absolutely ready to serve. Then you can go back to the udon soup. In order to cook the pak choi and the egg, you can add pak choi as soon as it starts boiling. Put the lid on, cook it for about a minute. After that, you crack the egg, add to the soup, put the lid on and cook for 30 seconds. Then you're done. You can stop the heat and go back to the noodle. So by which time you ideally want to have a kettle, maybe half full of water boiling, because the cold water makes the noodle cold, but in the meantime the soup is very hot. So what's going to happen if you don't put the hot noodle into the soup? It cools the soup down quickly. So in order to avoid it, you want to make the noodle hot again. The best thing to do, and the quickest way to do, is to pour boiling water over it very quickly and just shake off the excess water. Then you are ready to serve. You add the noodle into a noodle bowl and make a little dip in the center for egg. You take a spoon and gently scoop up the egg, put it in the center, and lay pak choys wherever you like. I tend to do it on one side because it looks quite pretty. And after that, you just simply pour the hot soup over it and serve with as much chili powder as you like, if you like it hot.